Hi everyone, my name is Miriam. My pronouns are she and her. I'm the product manager on the Lemonzest squad, and I'm inspired by Dr. Rana Dajani, a Muslim molecular biologist and professor, because she reminds me that my perspective is unmatched. Unmatched is a project or product the Lemonzest squad team um, produced, and it's an online resource designed to empower STEM learners from marginalized groups to conquer imposter syndrome. It helps learners to be able to search for professionals, STEM professionals they can identify with based on criteria such as race, sexual identity, and disability, learn how they've triumphed over imposter syndrome, and assess recommended resources for more encouragement. For our initial research, the team decided to focus on tackling imposter syndrome among marginalized folks who do most of their learning online and are seeking to learn a new skill to improve professionally, change career paths, or begin their career journey in STEM fields. Our target audience involves online learners who are seeking to learn a new skill, change careers, study in STEM, or who are marginalized folks and are involved in online learning. I'll pass it on to my team members to discuss more about our product and our processes. I'm passing it on to Kayla, our UX designer.
Hi, I'm Kayla. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a UX designer and I'm inspired by Nicole Mann, the first Indigenous woman in space, NASA astronaut, and colonel for the US Marine Corps. She reminds me that my perspective is unmatched. We considered several constraints that influenced our initial goals and guided the design decisions. Key considerations included the impact of storing substantial data on the front end, which ruled out creating user profiles and giving users access to a large resource dataset. Also, simplifying how users connect with personalized resources and assuming our users already know what imposter syndrome is. Next slide. With these considerations in mind, we created a responsive website which features STEM leaders and their stories of overcoming imposter syndrome in order to empower our users. Cards served as a powerful tool to inspire users to learn about the STEM leaders via photos and concise information, while also functioning as navigation buttons. Users can explore professionals through various methods, the search bar, filtering chips, and suggested content on each page. Next slide. The minimalist and vibrant UI is designed to guide users and create consistency so they can quickly learn how to navigate the site and get to the heart of what we offer, resources for overcoming imposter syndrome. I'm passing it off to Autumn, our UX writer.
Hi everyone, I'm Autumn and my pronouns are she, her. I'm a UX writer and I'm inspired by Farida Bedway. She's a Ghanaian software engineer and disability rights advocate. She reminds me that my perspective is unmatched. Our squad took an all-hands approach to determine unmatched featured STEM leaders. We curated a list of 13 women and non-binary STEM professionals of color, plus media resources about them and their stories of overcoming imposter syndrome and or other obstacles to their success. From there, I pulled additional sources to develop on-brand content about each leader. My squad supported me in completing research-based write-ups for 6 of our bio pages before sending them to me for copy review. Next slide, please. I also handled long-form and microcopy rewrites for the home, search, and error pages, keeping conciseness, clarity, and respect for white space in mind to support a good UX. Kayla and I worked seamlessly to share feedback on the rewrites, and my squad informed some final copy decisions. I'm passing it off to Sherry, one of our web developers.
Hi there, I'm Sherry. I'm one of the developers on the Lemonzest squad. Today I'll be giving you a quick demo of our website, so let's get into it. Okay, awesome. So right now we're on the home page. The first thing you see here is a carousel. Each slide has some text and a Learn More button, which if you click, you'll be redirected to farther down the page to our story and our mission sections. Here you can read more about Unmatched and what our goal is. And if you scroll farther down the home page, you'll see another section over here. So Explore Unmatched Empowering Voices. This is basically just a preview of the main page. And speaking of which, you can access the main page with the navbar button over here, Unmatched Voices, or if you click on the button we have at the bottom of the page, so you click Unmatched Voices, and here we are on the main page. Great. So right off the bat, you see that we have a search input here. So if you have a professional in mind you would like to read about, you just input their name. So let's search for Reshma Saujani. And there we go. Reshma pops up, great. You can also filter through these professionals by clicking on a tag. So we have a few tags here, and let's say I want to read specifically about women. So you click on women and you see the corresponding results pop up. Awesome. Now let's just read about Reshma Saujani. So I'd click on the Learn More button on her card over here, and I'm redirected to her bio page. So over here, I can read more about Reshma Saujani, her story, and how she conquered imposter syndrome. I can also scroll farther down and I'll see her suggested resources. So these are really helpful resources you can open to see more about how you can deal with your imposter syndrome. Yeah, and if you scroll farther down, we have the more unmatched inspiration section, which is similar to what we saw in the beginning in our homepage. This is basically just suggesting other professionals to us that we can read more about. And that's all for our demo.
Hi, everybody. My name's Archa, and I'm a developer on the Lemonzest squad. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm inspired by Dr. Maggie Adderin-Pocock, a Black British space scientist and educator, because she reminds me that my perspective is unmatched. I'm going to walk you all through a little bit of how our dev team took our design team's amazing designs and turned them into code. So our first step was using Daisy UI. We took the design system our designers made and were able to just use the keywords primary, secondary, and accent, just like it was in the design system. And that really helped us make the two sync up together with ease. And then the other tool we use to really help bring these designs to life is Figma's Dev Mode. This is a new tool in Figma that lets you click on a component in the wireframe and then translate it into code. But we didn't just copy and paste this code into our code base. We actually used it kind of as a building block to help us understand a little bit more of the spacing, the font sizing, and then customized it to make it responsive and to use Tailwind's breakpoints better. So that's how we were able to collaborate with our design team and use some great tools to make these designs come to life. I'm going to pass it on to Halima, another developer on our team.
Hi, my name is Halima. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a web developer and I'm inspired by Dr. Rana Dajani, a molecular biologist and professor, because she reminds me that my perspective is unmatched. I'm going to be talking about the challenges that the developers face during development. The devs face some challenges during development as expected in any team. And some of these include some styling challenges, issues with responsiveness, resolving merge conflicts on GitHub without compromising another team member's work, some functionality issues. And next slide, please. I personally faced challenges with the tags, the filtering tags. I experienced some edge cases where the click indicator, which is this blue, changing of the white background to blue, and the check mark didn't refresh on page refresh, and it disrupted the flow of the functionality. Thankfully, I was able to resolve this using useState React hook to set the state of the tags to their default state upon refresh of the page. And you can see a sample of the code and the tags, how they work. The next step for the squad, we interviewed 5 participants and received feedback from them about the future of our product. And this includes creating ways for users to engage with Unmatched by creating a profile, receiving notifications or prompts for reflection, and communicating directly with the STEM professionals. Also adding career categories to the filters, having more scannable information, because users reported that they would not read all of the content, but they would watch videos or read headings. And that's all for our presentation. Thank you all from the Lemonzest squad.